What is going on, guys? Today I'm doing a review of the Yakry Y11 backup cam. I'm going to go over the pros and the cons, and then I'm going to give you some of my real life experience. And if at any point in this video you guys want to check this backup camera out, I'll have an Amazon link below. But let's jump right into it. Right off the bat, I have to tell you I absolutely love this backup camera. For me, the first pro is obvious, that it's a clear image that I can literally see where I'm going. That's the whole purpose of the backup camera. I've used this thing a lot backing up and exclusively using the camera and actually trying not to look behind me in a safe environment. And with this thing, I can do it and I can see where I'm going. So for me, it checks that pro right off, which is the purpose for all backup cameras. Moving to the next pro, you have a lot of customization actually in the screen. So this is a 4.3 inch screen, and you might think that's a little bit too small, but honestly, it's not too small. And this thing is actually plenty big enough, and they give you enough mounting capabilities that you can put it really wherever you want. Now, just in the customizability inside of the screen right now, first, you have an actual mount that you can mount in the middle of your dashboard if you would like to. It's a little tray that it goes in, and they have some 3M sticky, double-sided sticky pads on the back that you can mount right on your dashboard. However, that's not actually what I did. My dashboard is actually slightly angled, so I actually put it on the left side over there on my driver's side, on the other side of the pillar for my mirror, and I actually like that much better than having to look to the center where most backup cameras are. And for me, I didn't even use the little stand that it comes with. I just put the 3M right on my dashboard and then stuck it on there. Now, as well as that, you can adjust brightness, contrast, as well as the lines for backing up. You can adjust the width. So I actually have my girlfriend go outside of my car and you put her hands up on where the edges of the car were, so I could adjust the actual trajectory lines and width and everything like that to actually match my car. And it's very easy to do. There's 4 buttons on the back of the screen, and it makes it really easy to customize everything. Now, as well as this, moving to the next pro, this is kind of connected to the screen again, but there's 2 ways to install this. Now, I was really scared to get a backup camera because I really don't know how to do anything electrical. I don't really know how to work with wires. However, this thing has 2 ways to install it. So the first way is like most normal backup cameras. You put the backup camera on the license plate, it screws right into those screws, and then you splice into the backup lights so that when you put it in reverse, that's the only time that it comes on, and that actually feeds power to the monitor as well as the camera. And that is not the way that I did it. However, how they ship this product is you can do it 2 ways. The other way is to use a cigarette lighter. And the reason you might do this is if you want it on all the time when you're driving. However, if you don't want it on, there's a button right on it that you just click it once and it turns off immediately. Now, I chose to do it like that because if I'm on the highway and if I want to look at the screen as well as the mirror, I can do that, and I like having that option. So that's how I chose to do it as well. You don't have to splice any cables into anything, and that's another reason that I wanted to do it. Okay, now moving to the next pro. The screen is actually really, really nice. And because you can adjust all the contrast and brightness, like I said before, it's really easy to see in pretty much any daylight or sunlight. Now, it is a 720p screen. However, at this size, it wouldn't really make a difference if it was 1080 or 720, it still looks really, really clear. Now, moving to the next pro, the backup camera actually has light sensors on it so that it has a bunch of really bright LEDs on the back of it. So at night, the camera actually shines back. Not just your reverse lights come on, but actually the camera has these really bright LEDs that will illuminate behind the camera so that you can see it really, really well. Now, as well, if you're using this for towing, you can use it in your cigarette lighter so it's on all the time so you can check your trailer with this. And as well, you can also mount it on the front of your car if you want to do that. Now, as well, moving back to the camera, it's all waterproof, heat-proof, up to 176 degrees and down to -22. So this thing is good. It can probably even go more than that, but you really won't have any issues if you don't garage park your car. You'll have no issues just leaving this out in the rain and all of the elements. And as well as this, if you're going to use this for trailers or something like that, you can actually turn off the trajectory lines if that's something that you don't want. Now, as far as cable routing, this is really, really easy to route. In the beginning, you might have some anxiety, but really it's not that bad. So going from the back, you mount the camera onto the license plate, like I said, and then you route the cable either through a light port or you can drill a hole. And I know that sounds scary, but it's really very common. And then you route the cable all the way up to the front of your car or wherever you want the monitor. And the cable that it comes with is extremely long. I actually routed this on the other side of my car, and the wire actually goes down here and around the top of the dashboard. cord over to the left side. But if you have a truck or a large van, this will fit any of them. The cable is really, really long. Okay, so as far as that pretty much wraps up all the pros. As far as my real life experience, I've absolutely loved using this thing. I have an older 2002 Toyota Camry, and it really makes backing up in tight spaces incredibly easy when you have this camera. Now, as far as cons, I can't come up with a ton. The screen could be a little bit less contrasty from the factory. However, you can turn the contrast down. That just helps see it in bright sunlight. And occasionally the camera has problems switching the ISO, basically so you can see it in bright or dark spaces. However, most of the time it's fairly good at doing that. But overall, for the price of what you're looking for is a backup camera that does not break the bank at all, this is going to be one of your best bets. I bought this thing not expecting much because of the price, but I was absolutely blown away by the quality. If you guys do want to go pick one of these up for yourselves, there's an Amazon link below. But if my review helped you guys out, help me out and throw a like below. But I'll see you guys later. Loss out.